cheap, but I don't go on to it. Doesn't move if you do.
Thank you, Jane. Our third speaker tonight is Jane Harmony Blake. Jane is both a businesswoman and a teacher-educator. Over the past years, she has had a yoga business and had a lot of teaching experience in quite a range of different countries, from India to England, Australia and to New Zealand. Jane's had a real passion for teaching with the youth, and that even included working in a youth offenders unit for 2 years here in New Zealand. In 2006, Jane became a Virtues facilitator, and since then she is working with children, with youth, and with adults, and with businesses, and letting them know the value of virtues and the amazing impact that virtues can have in people's businesses and in their lives if they practice it on a daily basis. So please welcome Jane.
Thank you, Jane. Hello, everybody. How are you? Do you speak your truth? What is the truth? The truth is a virtue. So what's a virtue? It's what matters about you. It's what matters about your business. It's what matters about your corporation. The Webster Dictionary says, any admirable quality. Hands up those who work with people. Hands up those who employ people. Hands up those who are in business. You qualify to use the virtues. So what admirable quality would you like your employee to have? Tell me. Honesty, loyalty, integrity, many things, and you know, you can measure your business with the virtues. You can measure your business with the virtues. Can I tell you a story? There was an African lady who had 2 clay pots. One was new, shiny, looking good. The other one was old, dull, scratched, chipped. It had a crack in it, and it was a funny shape. That pot had very low self-esteem, low self-worth, low self-confidence. So low, it could contain itself no longer, and it turned to the woman and said, "Why do you bother with me? I'm old, I'm dull, I'm scratched, I'm chipped. I'm only half full when we get there. Why do you bother with me?" The woman was really shocked. What you feel and what you think can interfere. It can distort, disturb, and distract your productivity. So, there are 5 virtue strategies. Number 1 is a teachable moment, a guiding opportunity. I'd like to share one with you. Yes, I did run a yoga business. I had personal clients, I had classes, and I had corporate clients. One in particular was a Sydney client. She came over to work with businesses that were downsizing. Businesses going into receivership, something that you can relate to right now. I, on the other hand, lived in paradise. Does anyone know where paradise is? Auckland. Good one there. Claire Fendi, where's Claire? Where's paradise, Claire?
Piha.
Piha. So I had to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning in order to get to my client in the city as they awoke for their program. Then after that, I went to my corporate. Now my corporate consisted of maybe 20 to 30 people. And I would go down there with my job description, which was to cleanse away all that disturbances, distractions, put them in a rubbish bin and take them away, leaving them clear and polished for my client who came in with her team of actors. And the actors would act out one scenario, maybe positive, the other one negative, and work out the balance, finding the truth of the matter. I left and went off to school for the day. At the end of the day, I'd find my client in her hotel suite and I'd take away any disturbances she had, any distractions, put it in a rubbish bin and leave. Good morning, paradise, client, back to my corporate. And in my client would walk when I was taking the class and she would say, another satisfied client. That is until something happened. A teachable moment. Just so happened that she had her husband be her manager. Yes, she had to give him something to do. Was he the right person for the job? I don't think so. Was he confident in his job? I don't think so. Was he qualified for the job? I don't think so. A new contract came in. I was asked to submit. It was out of town. It cost a lot of time and money. So I increased my price. He didn't like it. In business, you either accept it or decline. Easy. Oh, no. He got upset. He was the boss. So we had to have mediation. So, paradise, client, no corporate that day. She was waiting for the mediation and going back to Sydney. I went to a really casual meeting. And at 12 o'clock I went to get dressed in my clothes. I forgot clothes. But I had more than my clothes. I put on my lipstick and my mascara and I do my hair really nice. I forgot my lipstick, my mascara and my hair brush. I had more than my lipstick, my mascara and my hair brush. Am I on the surface or am I deeper? Now, Okay, so number 2, speaking the language. The mediator was my morning client, and he came up dressed up and looking really good. Not like he was at 5:30 in the morning when I saw him. And he also was my client's weekly client. So we went in, and my client shared with me that she was nervous. She spoke the truth. Speaking the language shapes and transforms. The boundaries, they shape the state. They are a script, a story. With them, without them, they create a story. You create the story by following it. And then we had honouring. She and I both honoured each other by giving an admirable quality of each other, to each other, And then companioning. Companioning is when you open the door, why? And then you walk alongside. And you allow each other to empty your cup, allowing clarity and understanding to unfold. You see, that lady was really upset. She said, "You are my favourite pot. Because you are dull, I can grip you. Because you are a funny shape, I can hold you so easily. You are purposeful, you are useful, you are perfect." Life's not about being perfect. It's about perfecting your virtues. It's about perfecting those teachable moments. Take that strip I've left on your placemat. It has a virtue on it. Read it. Is that virtue in your business? Ring me. Turn it over and ring me. And let's meet. Let's work out the virtues in your business. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you?
Jane, thank you. Fantastic. Nice finish to with a call to action, turn it over and call you, which I thought was pretty impressive. Congratulations, you did really well. You have a really lovely style, your voice modulates beautifully. The downside of that is that it can be very hard to hear, particularly without a microphone, and particularly when you're turning your face. Also, just the style of your hair, when you turn and it covers your face and you can't see what you're saying and you can't hear what you're saying, just be aware of that. If you get an opportunity to be mic'd up, I suggest you do that. But lovely modulation. When you have a very soft voice, it's very soft. So you might just need to amplify it, which is one of the reasons why Ian and I are at the back of the room rather than the front of the room, just to see how all of the speakers this evening are actually projecting and so on as well. I loved your stories. I thought the stories were really useful. The other side of that for me was, how does this fit for me? What is the takeout from that story for me as an audience member? What is the point of this story rather than just a story? So the framing, I think, would have helped. Maybe a little bit at the beginning, I'm going to take you through 2 of the 5 teachable moments or whatever it is, so I understood where I was going with that. But I did like the stories. This is beautiful. I think having something that is really easy for people to take away value is great. You did tell us to turn it over, which I wouldn't have done had you not told me. So lovely, relaxed style. It was obvious to me that you'd rehearsed that and were thinking about it and so on. But give me the key points as well. So maybe if you are kind of, as we all do, rehearse and know what we want to say, have those memory hooks that you can hang things off so that you can keep on track. But really well done. Well done.
Give me more than 8 minutes and I'll do it for you.
Thank you, Jane. I enjoyed the presentation. We're in the middle of it when you lost your way. You did the good thing, you just stopped and paused and picked yourself up, and I thought you accomplished that very well. The big point I want to bring out for you, though, is you used a lot of closed hand gestures, and it became very, very noticeable. And he didn't turn his phone off. It became very noticeable when you talked to the audience and said you.
Yeah, it's
You've got 3 fingers pointing at you and 1 at the audience. The accusation is greater against you than the audience. You've got to be very, very careful of that, because that puts a lot of people off. If you're going to speak to the audience, use an open gesture. That is friendship. That is aggression. And when you're using closed fists, which you use quite a bit in your presentation, it means that you're closed off as well, and the audience close off to what you have to say. So just be very, very careful with your gestures. That is vitally important.
And turn your phone on.